actually, I'm going to be also saying a little bit about what's going on coming next. Is this thing...
it's not going to amplify.
No, it's not going to amplify it. Okay.
It's recording.
Okay, everybody. Let me kind of move this around here. I'll close this off just a little bit. Okay. One thing let you know about. Yeah, I'll stand right here. One thing I'll let you know. This is just a recorder. It doesn't amplify or anything. So I'm not going to sound any louder than I do now. What we're going. First of all, before I introduce our guest here, I just want to mention that next month we're going to have Gabriella Holt is going to be our speaker, and she's going to be talking about the idea of having a part-time legislature. Apparently, the idea is that they can cause less problem if they're part-time. That'll be on the 15th of October. And also on the 24th of this month, Joey Panto here is going to be having here, in that room over there, as a matter of fact, a meeting in which he's going to have. How would you describe that, Joey? Should you maybe be the one to describe it, Bez?
Yeah. Really, what we're trying to do is improve our college outreach. You heard Bruce Governor talking about some of the ways we can outreach to colleges, and I want to try to make some time to facilitate forums where college students can speak on the issues, either in a debate forum or just by ranting and taking turns, and either over the phone or at live events like this, like a dinner. And it really is kind of a brainstorming session because actually my girlfriend Heidi has some really good ideas about how to reach the kids on campus through free advertising and through the college job placement networks. And so for kids who want to speak on behalf of liberty, and there is plenty out there because I found them on Facebook and I'm contacting them, I want to try to organize it a little better and essentially hand them what Bruce calls a club in a box, an ability to start up a libertarian club on campus with relatively little overhead time on their part, and we'd be able to hand them speakers or help them facilitate events. So it's just kind of a brainstorming session. Sarah Michelle Espinoza will be there. Ethan, I think, will be there, and a couple other young folks who just graduated, and hopefully we'll get a couple that are actually in college right now, and we'll try to fill out the panel. So I don't know, who the final panel is going to be, but we'll have a pretty good discussion on it.
Okay. Also, we're going to be having this December, I think it's December the 13th, on a Sunday afternoon, there's going to be our holiday party. It's going to be at Dale Ogden's house. So I'll be telling you folks, they'll be coming in our emails about that. We have a booth we will have a booth at the Manhattan Beach Hometown Fair. That's going to be October the 3rd and 4th this year. I didn't get on it early because we were on a waiting list and we didn't know we were even going to get the thing, but we did. So we're going to be doing that, and I am looking for people who would like to volunteer to help man the booth. I'm going to be there all the time, both days. It's normally open from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday, although I will need some help on setting the thing up and this sort of thing in the morning and taking it down. No, their hours are different. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Yes.
Jay, your picture was in the National Libertarian Party rag. You and the candidate for 53rd Assembly over there in Hermosa Beach.
Yeah, Hermosa Beach was. Yeah, this will be the first time we've been at Manhattan Beach, but this is the Hermosa Beach. That was the spring one we were at.
Weren't you just there a couple weeks ago?
Yes, that's the fall one. Okay. Yeah, they have them twice a year at that.
Tell us how you did over there.
We did pretty good. We have a kind of a low key sort of thing. We have what's known as the world's smallest political quiz, nice Nolan chart thing. It's an example of Nolan chart or a offshoot from it. I mean, a lot of people come. There's a lot of interest. I notice in that area people tend to be more where they agree with us on the political, on the personal issues, and less so a lot of times on the on the economic issues. We have a color coding scheme where we put it up where they're Democrats, they get the blue sticker. If they're Republicans, they get the red sticker. If they're everything else, they get the yellow sticker on that. That's just because the colors we use, because that's the way those stickers come when you get them. And I was very interested. Now, we tend to do a little lower key sort of thing. We're not... We're your friendly libertarians, and here you might have something common. It's not. We try not to go with a kind of you're all going to hell if you don't follow our beliefs kind of Jeremiah kind of thing on there, because I don't think that really helps out very much. But anyway, so we're basically it's a matter of showing the flag. We don't have a lot of literature to hand out of different types, but the main thing there is to get people be a gateway where people can come in. We have cards we hand out that have our website number on and their name, South Bay Libertarian, and that sort of thing. And so that's how we get the word out on that. Now, our speaker tonight, Jason Gonella, is the chair of Region 68 up in the Antelope Valley. And he has, he'll be telling you what he's been doing. He's doing what I call doing the Thoreau thing, after Henry David Thoreau. Although it's a sort of back to the land kind of thing. And so he's going to be telling you about what they're doing and how well it's worked out so far, and the pitfalls and advantages and sort of thing as he's run into it. So I guess without further ado, here you go, and just speak into that.
All right. Thank you. Now, I was originally going to call this 1 acre and freedom, which is obviously a takeoff of 5 acres and freedom, except you can't be completely free on just 1 acre. But what you can do is try to squeeze a penny until a booger shoots out Lincoln's nose, which is my philosophy. Now, I'm doing this because, as anyone who's even read a single article on Lew Rockwell over the last 5 years knows, economic bad times have hit now. And I realized probably be a good idea not to buy a house until after the crash, and then after the crash to buy a farm. Which is what I did. I moved out to Lake Los Angeles, which is a small farming community in the Antelope Valley. What I have is a small house on a very, very large plot of land, which makes it the exact opposite of a KB home. I have a full acre, which is about 40,000 square feet, and the house is only 1,200 square feet. So you can see how it goes, a small house and a large plot of land. My goal here is to grow my own food, because even if worst does not come to worst, growing your own food is healthier, and it does save you money in the long run. And if worst comes to worst, you don't need to depend upon the supermarkets to stock food in the middle of a riot. So it goes the whole spectrum. On one hand, you're saving money. On the other hand, you're saving your life. Now, what I have is... Go on through.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's okay. Yes. What I have is, since I have 1 acre, it's the width of a standard subdivision, but it's very deep. I have a long, narrow plot, which is actually pretty good for my intention. I've divided it up into what I call the inner backyard, the outer backyard, and the far backyard. The inner backyard, we have our vegetable gardens, as well as our berry patch, and of course on the fences, not letting anything go to waste, is where we have our berry vines. So we have, this year the plots are 24 feet on a side, bringing it to a little over 500 square feet per plot, with 4 plots being used, 1 lying fallow. Since this was our first year, we only used 1 plot, and that's the one we're going to lie fallow this year. But we're planning on different crops in each spot. 3 of them were at standard produce, 1 of them with grains, planning on sweet sorghum, alfalfa, or wheat, or switching it out every once in a while. Sweet sorghum, by the way, is a great place to get sugar, brown sugar and molasses. In the outer backyard, since we have so much land, that's where we're planning to have our livestock. Now we've decided, and I wrote about this in my blog entry about growing your own food, that if you only have an acre, the best thing to get is probably goats.